Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to Sondering Tarot. If you're new here, hi, hello. This is part 2 of my favorite cards from my 2022 deck collection. We're covering Pentacles suit, so we're going to do the 5 of Pentacles, clear through the 7 of Pentacles. And if you missed part 1 or any of the other suits, major arcanas, card backings, etc., I do have them in the description box down below. Feel free to use the links. So let's go ahead and get started. I've also had a request recently to hold up cards to get a better look-see, especially considering a lot of these are glossy cards. So I will do that as much as possible, just like I did in the previous video. So please bear with me if you do see some glare. All right, 5 of Pentacles. Not the happiest card in the deck. However, I did manage to find a few that I can somewhat actually enjoy. And as you can see, some of these are a little bit different. Not surprised that half of them have animals in them, but here we go. We have the Soul Cats Tarot, 5 of Pentacles. Cat ended up either getting out or shut out during the winter and is begging to be let back in. Very cat-like behavior. I feel sorry for the poor thing, though. And the color scheme of this card is everything. I actually fully get the meaning with this. It drives it home. I'm not the biggest fan of the original RWS version of this. I mean, I understand the winter scheme and, you know, church representing the sanctuary. However, I think I like this one more. Then we have the Out of Hand Tarot from Jamie Sawyer. Modern deck, and this I totally get. Everybody needs to make ends meet. So instead of showing somebody who is totally down on their luck and homeless, this is somebody who's maybe close to getting there. This is somebody who has a constant struggle making ends meet, being able to pay their bills, being able to afford everything that they need on a daily basis. And most of us live paycheck to paycheck. So this is very much relatable. I do thoroughly enjoy this 5 of Pentacles for a modern approach. And considering I don't really connect much with modern decks, that says something. And we have the Mystical Cats Tarot, their version of the 5 of Pentacles. Cat looking in a window, seeing other cats, happy and warm, having a place to live, and being left out. It reads a little bit different than the Soul Cats Tarot version does. I actually get a little bit more envy and longing with this one versus the Soul Cats Tarot. Let's see if we can hold them up side by side. So they do have different color schemes, as you can obviously tell. The Soul Cats Tarot, the one on the left, is very lonely, very isolated, very dark, has a definite mood, whereas the Mystical Cats Tarot does have brightness and warmth, and being left out, being able to see the brighter side and not being able to be a part of it. And then we have the Green Witches Tarot. I do kind of enjoy this as a different take on the traditional RWS, being out in nature, and you see the background. You do see the fire and security, some warmth behind her. However, she's not turning around. She can't see it, but it's there. And I like that as an addition rather than seeing a bare tree or a stained glass window. You do have warmth. It's just she's got to turn around. She's got to realize it's there. And it's so interesting that I do tend to gravitate more towards animals. All right, let us move on to the Six of Pentacles. I'm, of course, not the biggest fan of the regular. Sometimes I feel like a little lost with the regular Six of Pentacles, depending on any extra symbology added. So I do have a few out of my collection that I wholeheartedly agree with and enjoy. The first being the Out of Hand Tarot. This is literally a food line. And this could be at a homeless shelter, which I do believe that is Jamie's depiction. So the giving back, volunteering time, the give and the take, helping out people down on their luck, people being more fortunate, and we do see the scales in the background. This can also apply to other aspects for those that would like to read it as like a lunch line or anything like that. But definitely a give and a take, being of service. I like this for a modern approach. And for a more earthy one, we have the Forest of Enchantment, the Six of Boons. See somebody cold and alone on the ground, and all these rabbits have huddled in for warmth. So it's that I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine. We'll keep each other warm. You're not alone. We're in the same boat. And I kind of like that. Plus the rabbits are cute. They're just cute. And for a more, I suppose, simplistic approach to the Six of Pentacles, which I totally get, money changing hands. This is the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. You see 6 Pentacles. You also see our infinity symbol. So what goes around comes around. You can't tell whether or not the main pentacle here is being picked up from the hand below, or if it's being given and receiving in tandem. Everything goes around and around. The more you give, the more you receive. Infinite abundance, balance. This really works for me. I mean, it looks more like a pip card, but enough symbology and meaning is there, and it leaves it enough interpretation versus something where only giving is shown, that I enjoy this card. I really do. Plus, it's really well drawn, because not everybody can draw hands and have them look right. So the fact that the hands are well done and even detailed, it is a plus. All right. Whoops. And I moved my tapestry. Sorry, folks. All right. And for our last card we're going to cover for today is the Seven of Pentacles. I do have slightly more of these than the previous. Okay, we're going to start with the Light Seers Tarot again, right here. I do love the fact that Chris Ann showed energy coming down through this plant, and you see all these pentacles, things that are growing, and growing in the dark at that. I mean, she could have shown just somebody holding a sapling or something like that, holding a little bit of dirt with a sapling in their hand, and that would have been fine. But this shows energy being given and things growing in the dark. Sometimes we can't always see the results. Or if we do see results, it's limited. And that really speaks to me. Some things take time. Some things you won't get an immediate result on. Sometimes your view is not going to encompass everything. There's going to be things that are unexpected, unseen, both positive and negative, when you put energy into something. And that really works for me, for a card. Then we have the Unfolding Path Tarot. I do kind of love this because Seven of Pentacles is also about rewards. So the use of the sunflowers, which is cheerful happiness, but also symbolizes reward, to me is perfect. Plus, when you grow a garden of any sort, you're going to have your own benefits, your own reward for doing that. Whether it's, you know, in this case, you get sunflower seeds or you get peace, relaxation. There's benefits to that. And she does have, if we can get it in close enough, she does have a seedling in her hand. So there is that whole reference to a seed being planted, which then grows into the sunflower behind her. So what things start out as and what they come out as a result are two different things, and it's shown. And she's literally watering the little sapling plant. The garden analogy for it totally works for me. And hopefully you can see this without glare because it's a little on cardstock. This is the Mermaid Tarot. I love the Seven of Pentacles. It's literally a pregnant mermaid couple setting up their bassinet, their little baby area, their nesting period, expecting their little bundle of joy to arrive. So yes, they've worked hard, put energy in, and yes, they are getting reward. They're getting a gift. They're getting a child, something, a product they've made together and can nurture and receive for, well, for the foreseeable future. I think that's a unique take on the Seven of Pentacles. If anybody else knows another deck that reference pregnancy in any fashion in the Seven of Pentacles, let me know. I don't think I've ever seen Seven of Pentacles depicted as birth, pregnancy in any way. I've seen pentacles in trees, you know, harvest, gardens, planting, and I get that, but this is a more unique view. And if anybody knows any other decks that cover that, let me know, because I want to look at them. And then we have the Green Witch Tarot. Hopefully you can see that without glare. So the work is not finished, but we're seeing enough of a result to know what we're doing and how it's going to turn out. I kind of like this, and it leads right into the Eight of Pentacles, which is usually somebody with 8 identical pentacles, where they're finishing up the last one, trying to get them all to match. And they're getting it to match with obvious skill. This being in the process and in between, I kind of like. You see all the hard work, and you see it starting to shape. And I could see where some people might say, well, this is 8 of Pentacles, and then have to count the Pentacles. To me, this doesn't read as 8 of Pentacles, not at all. So, feel free to argue with me on that one. Definitely feel free to argue with me on that one. All right, my lovelies. That is all of the pentacles I'm going to cover for today. Please be on the lookout for Pentacles 8 through 10 in my next video. Should be out shortly. I also have previous videos I've filmed through this series in the comments section down below. Feel free to use those. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.